Hey, it's Eric, and I'm really excited to share this video with you. It's a project that's nearly 6 years in the making. 6 years of me not really doing anything with the footage I've had on my hard drive, but that's a story for a different time. Anyway, in the fall of 2011, I had the chance to interview the president of Bastyr University, thanks to a generous donation from a member of the Diadamo community, which was supposed to be for a feature-length documentary, but that requires a lengthy explanation that I'll get into later. It's probably better this way because I was able to include a lot more of the interview than I would have been able to otherwise. So here it is. I present to you Dr. Daniel Church, President Emeritus of Bastyr University, and his take on naturopathic medicine.
Bastyr University was founded basically to recover the integrity of the discipline of naturopathic medicine. One of our claims to fame is that we're deeply grounded in Western science. Our faculty are very, very well credentialed. All of the basic sciences are taught by PhD anatomists and physiologists and histologists and microbiologists, and the same thing you'd find at the University of Washington School of Medicine or any allopathic school, but with a different philosophy. Allopathic medicine typically treats acute conditions. Naturopathic medicine very typically treats chronic conditions, because so many of these chronic conditions can be effectively treated with more natural interventions as opposed to being for a lifetime on some kind of medication. But the trick is, such a student, by the education she or he receives, should know when to refer to an allopathic physician saying, this is as far as we should be going with this condition. I need you to move over to Dr. So-and-so. Nobody wants a naturopath or any other kind of practitioner to say, you're my patient and I'm not going to let you have anything else. We really need to work collaboratively. Food's the best medicine. We trust the healing power of nature. We use first the lowest level of intervention. Used to be, we were called alternative medicine. In truth, Western medicine has grown to appreciate what naturopathic medicine can do and has moved toward us perhaps as much or more than we have moved toward them. From simple interventions and lifestyle changes all the way up through very sophisticated pharmacological interventions and surgical interventions. All of that is part of a continuum, and each of us might need any one of those things at any point in time. And that we're able now to work in a more integrated fashion, I think really does help overcome that old notion of quackery. Our program is very robust. Many of our faculty publish in JAMA and other Western medicine or conventional medicine journals. And it's credible stuff. It's not that we're cranking this stuff out on our own website. If it's going to get funded in a second cycle, it's going to get published in a peer-reviewed journal that has credibility in the public market. The best of all is when naturopathic physicians and allopathic physicians work in collaboration, and the integration is not either camp learning a little bit about the other side and adapting, but working in tandem. Look what kinds of strides have been made in the last 50 years in Western medicine. If they were going to do everything the way they'd always done it, a lot of good things wouldn't have happened. A lot of the leadership in the integration movement is actually coming from the allopathic side, where they're saying, my gosh, my patient needs to have access to this kind of thing. How can I learn how to do that? No, you're not just like every other person. So what is it uniquely about you and your experience and your environment? And let's find something that's specifically your treatment instead of whatever the protocol demands. Sometimes we discover that things that naturopathic physicians and other kinds of practitioners have historically done don't actually work. Those are the things that are really important for us to know. A very, very large percentage of the American population is using some kind of non-traditional treatment for a variety of things. Certainly the AMA, in some places, state associations have opposed licensure for naturopathic physicians, and they have said, we don't want them in our state practicing medicine. They cite a variety of reasons. My own belief is that licensed practitioners of any kind are safer for the general population than unlicensed practitioners. In the states where there is licensure, the allopathic physicians have recognized that this is a good thing for everybody. But in truth, there never will really be very effective integration, in my view, until the payment mechanisms which are available to support medicine are aligned. In this particular environment, in Washington, D.C. and in the healthcare business, that seems sometimes a long way off.